Well, folks, today is my last day in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, at least to my knowledge, in the entire year 2011. Our last day in G-Burg consisted of zero hiking, minimal transportation via legs, and getting candy from the homemade candy store in town for pretty much every person my parents have ever met. Remember that time I bumped into you at Walmart and I dropped my car keys and you picked them up for me? Well, that was just really swell of you. Here's a half-pound of assorted taffy. Oh, thanks, although actually I'm a diabetic. You're welcome. Next house. Perhaps even more amusing than the sheer amount of candy they buy for their assorted acquaintances is that they take the time to determine which acquaintances are half-pound of candy acquaintances and which ones are full-pound of candy acquaintances. Let's see, Bob and Jean Gussman. We don't know them that well, so half-pound of candy, would you say? Well, they did sit us at a table of people we liked at their daughter's wedding. Plus, every time I pass them driving in town, they give me a friendly double honk. Okay then, full pound it is. The real miracle is how they keep it straight without a freaking spreadsheet. Good afternoon, butt kickers. It's June 10, the 161st day of 2011, which means it's the Queen's official birthday in the Solomon Islands. I was curious, so I did a little wiki searching, and the Queen's official birthday is probably one of the most nonsensical holidays ever conceived. I know I say this a lot, but I mean it this time. Okay, let me break it down for you. First, the holiday is called the Queen's official birthday, even though it's not. Queen Elizabeth II, the current sovereign of the Commonwealth realms, happens to have been born on April 21, 1926, which makes her official birthday, you guessed it, April 21. At least have the common sense to call today the Queen's unofficial birthday, or the Queen's make-believe birthday, or the really quite unrelated to the constitutional monarchy of this realm, but heck, we're doing our best to make it relevant day. Or how about this, to keep it succinct, Queen Day. I mean, that way you can have your cake and eat it too, and it doesn't have to be fallaciously defined as birthday cake. Second, the Queen's official birthday is celebrated on different days in different realms throughout the Commonwealth. Okay, so if you insist on making a person's official birthday a day that isn't their day of birth, why can't we all just agree on the same single day? Sure, it's still 100% false from a biological standpoint, which, by the way, is the only standpoint that matters when birthdays are concerned, but at least that way you're only 100% wrong once. Fickle Commonwealth. Maybe one of my British viewers could help me make heads or tails of this holiday. Please. I'm sorry I spent the entirety of today's episode bellyaching about a holiday. But on the other hand, at least Other Griff didn't hijack it. I deeply apologize to any of you who felt violated by yesterday's display of creepiness, which is safe to say most of you. Unfortunately, his nature show has cut over my whole nature-centric diatribe, which I would relay to you now in its unabridged entirety, but I am on a strict daily schedule. So here's the crux of yesterday's sermon, the thesis, the heart of that which you did not get to hear me say. Nature is good. Heed those words, butt kickers, and remember them well. Until tomorrow, I'm Griff, and I'm still vacating.